$94,000. That's the starting price on a 2026 Cadillac Escalade before you add a single option, and the fully loaded V-Series crosses 170 grand. But here's the joke the dealership will never tell you. That massive 6.2-liter V8 under the Escalade's hood, the same size engine, has been powering used SUVs for the better part of 20 years. Trucks you can buy right now for less than 4 figures a month, sometimes for less than the tax on a new one. I've spent my career inspecting these things before people hand over their money. And I'm telling you, there are 5 full-size luxury haulers sitting on lots today, all under 12 grand, that will make anyone in a brand new luxury SUV feel like they got robbed at the dealership. We're counting down from 5. Number 1 is the one that'll actually make you angry. Let's get into it. Number 5, Lincoln Navigator from 2007 to 2014. Let's start with the wild card, the one every internet forum will scream at you about, and the one I still put people into with their eyes open. The 3rd generation Lincoln Navigator. This thing was Ford's answer to the Escalade. Body on frame, seating for 8 power-folding third row, an independent rear suspension that rides like a town car, and enough chrome to signal wealth from 3 blocks away. And today, you can find clean examples for $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 all day long. Now, I'm going to be straight with you, because that's the whole point of this channel. The Navigator runs Ford's 5.4-liter Triton V8, and the 3-valve version in these trucks has 2 personality quirks you need to know cold. First, the cam phasers and spark plugs. When a 5.4 starts sounding like a diesel tractor at cold start, that's the phasers talking. Second, the spark plugs on this engine are famous for fighting you on the way out. And the coil-on plug boots can corrode and cause misfires. Sounds scary, right? Carparts.com, the weekly driver. Here's what the forums won't tell you. Proper maintenance mitigates almost all of it, and the problems are somewhat overblown. I had a customer 2 years back, retired guy, wanted something to tow a small boat and haul grandkids. Everybody told him to avoid the Navigator. He found a 2011 with 96,000 miles for $9,400. I inspected it, saw fresh plugs and coils already done by the previous owner, clean transmission fluid, no coolant smell. I told him to buy it. He's at $141,000 now. Total repairs since? A battery and a set of brakes. He paid $9 grand for a truck that's stickered near 70. The weekly driver. If you're shopping one, here's your checklist. First, cold start it before anything else. If it rattles like a bucket of bolts for more than a couple seconds, walk. That's phasers. Second, ask for records showing the plugs were done. If they weren't, budget for it and negotiate hard. Third, the later you go in the generation, the better. 2009 is widely considered the sweet spot. And 2015 to 2017 got even more refined. Fourth, check the air suspension for sag overnight. A compressor isn't the end of the world, but it's leverage on price. The weekly driver. Who should buy it? Somebody who wants maximum presence and maximum leather for minimum money and isn't afraid to actually maintain a vehicle. Who should skip it? If you want to buy it, never open the hood, and never do a lick of preventive work, this is not your truck. But maintained right, it's a limousine for the price of a used Corolla. Number 4, Infiniti QX56 from 2008 to 2010. Number 4 is the one almost nobody cross-shops, and that's exactly why it's a bargain. The first generation Infiniti QX56. This is Nissan's full-size flagship And underneath the Infiniti badge, it's built on the same bones as the Nissan Armada and Titan, some of the most reliable body-on-frame vehicles Nissan ever made. It's got a 5.6-liter V8 making around 320 horsepower. It'll tow a house, and inside it's genuinely plush, heated and cooled seats, that limo-quiet cabin. The works. Solo wheels journey. Bob is the oil guy. I inspected one of these last spring for a young couple expecting their second kid. 2010, 118,000 miles. Dealer wanted $11,500. I pulled it up on the lift, and here's what I found, because I want you to know exactly what these need. The exhaust manifolds on the 5.6 crack from heat stress. You'll hear a ticking or tapping when it's cold that sounds like a diesel until it warms up. And the front coil springs and strut mounts wear out, so you get a loud clunk over potholes. Figure 500 to 1,000 to fix. This particular truck had a slight tick. I told them, offer 9,500, budget $1,000 for manifolds down the road, and you've still got a full-size luxury SUV for 10,000 out the door. They did exactly that. Alibaba. Your inspection checklist here is specific, so pay attention. First, and this matters most on the early cars, the 2004 and 2005 models had a radiator design where coolant could leak internally and mix with transmission fluid, and it kills both. That's why I'm telling you to shop 2009 and 2010, where most of the early bugs got squashed. Second, listen for that cold ticking manifolds. Third, hit a bump on the test drive and listen for the front-end clunk, springs. Fourth, work the rear power hatch a few times. The motors get tired on these. Who should buy it? Somebody who wants Japanese V8 muscle and full luxury, but is smart enough to buy the right year and check the right things. Who should skip it? If you can't stomach a possible manifold job at some point in ownership, get the next one on this list instead, because number 3 practically refuses to break. Number 3, Lexus GX470 from 2003 to 2009. Now we're getting into the trucks I'd bet my own money on. Number 3, the Lexus GX470. And if you know, you know. This isn't just a luxury SUV, it's a Toyota Land Cruiser Prado wearing a tuxedo. The same platform family that spawns the 4Runner and the FJ Cruiser, with a full ladder frame and a dual-range transfer case. It'll crawl a mountain and then valet park at a country club without breaking a sweat. The heart of it is the 2 UZFE, 4.7-liter V8, the same iron block motor from the Land Cruiser 100, the Tundra, and the Sequoia. Let me tell you what that means in plain English. Owners regularly report these engines running past 300,000 to 400,000 miles with basically nothing but oil changes and timing belt service. I'm not exaggerating for the camera. I have personally watched these odometers roll numbers that would have killed a German SUV twice over. Cars.com. A woman came into my shop maybe 18 months ago driving a battered old X5 that was nickel and diming her to death. Budget was tight, around 11 grand. I told her to go find a GX470. She laughed and said Lexus was out of her league. I pulled up the listings right there. The nationwide average on a GX470 is around $11,700, and they start under 5 grand. She bought a 2007 with 149,000 miles for $10,800. She texted me last month, 172,000 miles, zero drama, and it drives like a bank vault. Her words, cars for sale. Here's your checklist, because even bulletproof trucks have 2 things to check. First, this is non-negotiable. The 2UZ uses a timing belt that needs replacing around every 90,000 miles. Get records. If there's no proof it's been done, budget for it immediately because it's an interference engine. Second, the secondary air injection pump on models from 2006 to 2009 can fail. The plastic blades break off and it throws the truck into limp mode. Not catastrophic, but know it exists and factor it in. Third, cycle the height-adjustable rear suspension if it's equipped. Fourth, check the running boards and undercarriage for rust if it lived up north. Cars.com. Edmunds. Who should buy it? Anybody who wants a vehicle their grandkids could inherit. Highway commuters, overlanders, families. This thing does it all and outlives everything around it. Who should skip it? If you need a big third row for adults, or you're allergic to premium fuel and mid-teens gas mileage, keep scrolling. But for pure buy it and forget it luxury, the GX is untouchable. Except maybe by number 2. Number 2 is the full-size 3-row reliability king, and I recommend it more than almost anything when a family says, I need space, and I never want to think about it again. The second-generation Toyota Sequoia in platinum trim. This is the one that competes with the Escalade on size and swagger, and then embarrasses it on the repair bill. The Sequoia is built on the full-size Tundra platform, but with a fully boxed frame and independent rear suspension for a smoother ride. The platinum trim gives you heated and cooled leather. Navigation, a premium JBL system, second-row captain's chairs, genuine luxury. And the engine is the crown jewel, the 5.7-liter V8, standard on the Limited and Platinum, the same 3UR family motor that powers the Tundra and the Land Cruiser's luxury twin, the LX570. It makes around 381 horsepower, and it does not quit. I've got a customer, a contractor, who bought a 2008 Platinum used and drives it into the ground for work and family both. Last time it was in my bay, it had a hair over 260,000 miles on the original engine and transmission. I found nothing, and that's not rare with these. One owner, review I always remember, said their Sequoia hit 248,000 miles and still looked almost new. The service advisor didn't believe the odometer. Now the price. This is where it gets silly. The cheapest second-generation Sequoias are from the 2008 to 2012 model years, averaging around $11,400 to $14,800, and a 2008 Platinum specifically averages around $11,900 and starts as low as $8,500. You are getting a bulletproof luxury flagship with 300,000 miles for the price of a used economy sedan. Your checklist. First, because these are so reliable, high mileage isn't the scary part. Always check maintenance records and inspect the underside for rust, especially if it came from a salt state. Second, on four-wheel drive Platinums, check the rear load-leveling AIR suspension for leaks. Third, some 5.7s can develop a cam tower or exhaust manifold seep as they age. Look for oil residue, it's usually minor. Fourth, and this is a PRO move, an owner who came from a Tahoe, a Denali, an Escalade, and a Mercedes said nothing compared to the Sequoia Platinum for the money. When people who've owned everything keep coming back to one truck, listen, Carfax Car Gurus. Who should buy it? Big families, road trippers, anybody keeping a vehicle past 200,000 miles who wants luxury and zero anxiety. Who should skip it? If you live somewhere with tight parking or you're chasing good gas mileage, this is a thirsty giant. But for total cost of ownership over a decade, it might be the smartest full-size SUV on this entire list. And yet, it's still not my number one. Number 1, GMC Yukon Denali, from 2007 to 2008. If you subscribe for one recommendation, make it this one. Because number one isn't a substitute for an Escalade. Number one is the Escalade. Cadillac just charged people double for the badge. The 2007 to 2008 GMC Yukon Denali. Let me explain why this is the punchline of the whole video. The Escalade, the Yukon Denali, the Chevy Tahoe, in this era they all rode on the exact same GMT 900 platform out of the same GM factories with the same bones. And the Denali got the crown jewel engine, the 6.2-liter L92 V8, making right around 403 horsepower. Read that again. A base 2026 Escalade makes 420 horses from a 6.2-liter V8. Your $10,000 Denali makes 403 from a 6.2-liter V8. Same displacement, same idea. $100,000 difference in price. Hot cars. But here's the mechanic's secret that makes the year matter, and this is why I'm being specific. GM later added a fuel-saving system called Active Fuel Management, AFM, to these engines, and on the higher mileage examples, it became notorious for lifter failures. So which years dodge it entirely? Only the 2007 and 2008 Yukon Denali 6.2-liter engines skip the problematic AFM system, and they're paired with the proven 6L80 6-speed automatic. The 2007 and 2008 L92 is probably the most reliable version of this engine. That's the sweet spot. That's the one I hunt for. Hot cars. And the money is genuinely absurd. Used Yukon listings start as low as $6,698. And yes, clean examples under $12,000 are out there if you're patient. For that, you get full-time all-wheel drive, heated and cooled leather, a Bose system, navigation, a sunroof, captain's chairs, a truck that's stickered like a small house when it was new, now selling for less than the paint upgrade on a new Escalade. Edmunds, just answer. I put a buddy of mine into one of these. He was about to lease a new Tahoe at over $700 a month. I talked him off the ledge, and we found a 2008 Denali with 111,000 miles for $11,200 cash. That was 3 years ago. He's put a set of tires, brakes, and one water pump into it. He drives the same roads next to people making $80,000 payments in a truck that shares their engine's DNA, and he owns his outright. Your checklist, because this is the one you're actually going to go buy. First, stick to 2007 and 2008 to dodge the AFM lifter headache. Verify the model year and the engine. Second, on the 6L80 transmission, do a fluid and filter service if there's no record of one, and watch for slipping or harsh shifts on the test drive. A healthy one shifts like silk. Third, check the cooled seat function and the rear liftgate struts, common age items. Fourth, and this is the grandparent move again, find one owned by an older couple who garaged it. A gently driven Denali with clean records is a six-figure luxury experience for pocket change money. Just answer, who should buy it? Honestly, anyone who is about to walk onto a lot and finance a new full-size luxury SUV. Who should skip it? If premium fuel and 14 miles per gallon give you hives, or you need to squeeze into a compact car parking spot, this is a big, thirsty American land yacht. But if you want the Escalade experience without the Escalade extortion, this is the answer. Full stop. So there they are. 5 full-size luxury sport utility vehicles, every one of them under $12,000, every one of them capable of making somebody in a brand new payment feel ridiculous. The Lincoln Navigator, a limousine for the brave. The Infiniti QX56, the sleeper nobody cross shops. The Lexus GX470, the Land Cruiser in a tuxedo that runs forever. The Toyota Sequoia Platinum, the 300,000-mile reliability king. And the GMC Yukon Denali, the truck that is the Escalade, minus the six-figure delusion. Next time you're on a lot and a salesman is walking you toward a $90,000 badge, you'll know the truth. You were never paying for the engine. You were paying for the crest on the grille. If this saved you from a terrible payment, hit subscribe. I've got a whole video on the used luxury cars that secretly cost a fortune to own, and you'll want to see that one before you shop. Drive safe, take care of the truck, and it'll take care of you. I'll see you in the next one.